Okay, so I'm just really quickly going to try to show you how to use the Simple Harmonic Motion Lab. First of all, whenever you're changing anything on the pendulum, so if we're testing mass, you're going to keep the length and the angle the same. So length, angle, and gravity are all going to stay the same there, okay? And so what you're going to do then is you're going to only change the mass. So let's start the mass down here at 0.1. So we'd get the mass down here at 0.1, and you would mark your time and count 10 back and forth. Okay, so mark time. Whoops, hang on. Ready? Mark time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you could then do is basically you're going to write down the period. So you're going to take the time, divide it by 10, and then also you can slow this down. If you want to slow it down or if you want to speed it up, you can change that. But basically you're just going to write down the time that it takes to do one. So if we slow it down really slow, we can actually get the exact period. So boom. And then it's going to tell us the period is the time it takes to get back to the thing. So it took about 2.75 seconds. So I'm going to just write down 0.1. Whoops. Let me make this real small. 0.1, and then I'd write 2.75 seconds. And then you would do that again with a different mass, and then a different mass, and then a different mass, and then a different mass. So you're just repeating that process. And then now I'm going to keep the mass the same, and now I'm going to check the angle. So now I'm going to move the angle from, it gives you what to move the angle to. So I'm going to start at 5 degrees, and then I'm going to go to 10, and so on. And then the next one, you would keep the angle the same. So keep the angle at whatever, could be at whatever, but I'm just going to put it at 15. Keep the mass the same, and now we're changing the length. So we're moving the length back and forth. And so you're going to do the length and find the period. Again, the way you're going to find the period is to wait till it gets up to the highest point. I'd set it on the slowest setting, wait till it gets to the highest point, and mark the time, and then wait till it gets back, and then look at what it says. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but, oh, sorry, you can look at the table. Look at the table to tell you what the time is. That way you can speed it up. So if you want to, you can count to 10, mark the time, the table will tell you what that time was. So the way I would do this is I would have it sped up, I don't know, reasonably fast, and I would mark the time and count how long it takes to get to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, mark time. So if it took 10 seconds, for my length here, I would have 0.3 meters, and I would have 11 seconds divided by 10, so 1.1 seconds would be my period. All right, and then for the other one, for the spring lab, the only two that you're really changing are going to be the, we're going to delete this one, and we're going to change this one to gravity. So we're only really going to be changing the mass and the gravity. You could change K as well. So if you just want to, if you're feeling up to it, you might want to, put in gravity and spring constant, K. But you don't have to. So just basically choose either gravity or spring constant, okay? And I think that's it. So the questions might be a little bit iffy here because of the little changes I had to make. But I think you should be able to figure out what determines the period of the spring, and I think you should be able to figure out. Let's see. I think you should be able to figure out. Maybe not the relationship, but at least that its hint is not linear. That might be able to help you out.